So hello everyone, we have today here the unit we saw 15, banks. So in the previous class we reviewed which kind of banks we have. Two main kind of banks we find in the financial system. The commercial and the central bank. This one plays, I would say both of them plays very important roles. Central bank has a higher level of power, more responsibility, and is higher in the hierarchy, usually control the commercial banks. And also the government usually has a major important role or greater role in the central banks. So we saw that the main aim, as any other single business of a bank, of course, is to make a profit. Banks are not there as NGOs, even if they try to sell you that, is to make a profit, either through customers, clients, different ways. But there must be a benefit, and the benefit comes from the price of money, borrowing and lending money through an interest, and also investing in businesses and creating partnerships, sometimes putting the money in the stock market. So investment, moving the money, let's say. So make a profit is the main aim of banks, either commercial and central banks. So we have this a private investment. When we talk about profit, if we're in a free economy, people is following their own interest. They want to make money in order to support themselves, to buy things they want. So it's a private investment. It's a group of individuals putting money with limited liability. What it comes next, it's quite easy to understand and digest. The main functions of the banks, especially originally, on the beginning of the time, was accept deposits. So people, they want to put the money in a safe place where they know they always can access, especially in the previous past, where usually the value of the currency was very depreciated. They needed big spaces of room where they store their money, and it's a safe place. So the first bankers, they feel like kind of guardians of your money, and they accept deposits in either, and then with the time they develop different kind of accounts. Different kind of accounts, they will pay you different interest. So if you come, Kevin, to my bank, and allow you to put the bank in my room, you can keep it there, and then every year or every second year, I pay you for this money. So I give you an interest on the top of the money you already have stored in my bank. That's interest, it's the price of money. Different kind of accounts, different interest. We have those two important ones, current account and deposit. What's the difference between current account and deposit? Guys? Okay, if you go to work, you need to open a bank account in order to transfer your salary every month. Then you will get a current account. Deposit is when you want to save money. And it's not easy to access the money as it should be in a current account. So you will use your current account to your daily expenditures, to pay the rent, to manage money. You go to the ATM, and usually you go to the current account. Deposit is saving account, where you transfer money from your current account to the deposit, and it's equally accessible, but you will previous notice in order to access deposits. You cannot go straight ahead and ask for your money. You need to ask 3 or 2 days in advance to the bank, and you have to keep. The main purpose of deposit is keep your money long term in the bank. So it pays you usually better interest, because the bank can use your money in the meantime. Now, one question, Daniel. When you go to the bank, okay, and you get your salary in your current account, do you think the bank keeps the money there? Really? Physically, we're talking about. Actually, there is no physical money anymore. The most money in this world is just computer digits. It's computerized. It's technology. Everything is in a computer system, but it's not physical anymore. We don't forget that in the 70s, the gold pattern ended. The gold pattern finally, usually the Federal Reserve, the money which was in circulation has some correlation with the money which was stored by the Federal Reserve in the United States, gold. So your money was backed up with gold. That's why you make sure that your money has a value. In 70s, they abolished this measure. And if the bank or the government was free to print as much money as they want regarding the policy they were achieving or they were willing to aim. And nowadays it's even different. The time has passed out and the evolution of money has many different roles. Now we talk about digital money as Bitcoin. There is no physical money anymore. Anyway, your money is not in the bank, Daniel. Your money is not in the bank, Kevin. That's why it's a company. How they preserve their benefit, their profit. Because when you leave the money, Daniel, don't think the bank gives your money in the bank. They will take your money and they will give to Kevin. So Daniel, you put your money in the bank and the bank tells you, okay, it's here. Because the bank presumes that you are not going to take the whole money at once. And also the main advantage of the bank counts on not everyone taking the money out of the bank at the same time. If everyone goes to the bank to take the money, at the same time there is no money in the bank left. And that's why when there is a speculation about the money and someone don't trust any market and people start to take out the money out of the bank is when the crisis comes in. Because people is pulling out all the money out. So your money, Daniel, will be in the bank, okay? But not physically. The bank will take the money and will borrow to Kevin. So Kevin will open a business. And Kevin will pay me 10% or 20% interest, 20%. Every year, Kevin, you have to pay me back the money that I borrow you. So if I give you 200,000 euros, you have to pay me every year a monthly rent for your money, plus the interest, which is 20%. While I just have to pay to Daniel 10% interest for the money. Do you see the benefit? So I'm getting 20% out of your 20 of the main montant. So the 200,000, you give me 200,000 euros, and I borrow to Kevin. Kevin pays me 20% of the money every year, while I pay you just 10. So the difference is my benefit. So now imagine this a big scale, a big amount. Now, is it here, Rachel? Is it possible that the bank can borrow all the money it wants? So if there is any policy, what is the most important to avoid crisis? So everyone give me money and just borrow all the money or not? The bank, there is a very important concept, it's liquidity. And you can apply to your personal life. You always have to have some money in the bank. The bank cannot borrow all money. So there is a rule, usually it's 20%. It have to remain its foremost reserves. So you cannot lend all money. You have to keep some money in the bank. This is by law. Some banks do, some other banks don't do it. Functions, asset deposits. People give me money. I keep saving their money in either current accounts or deposits. Then I lend money. Two ways to lend money: overdraft and loan. Can you tell me the difference, Michael, between overdraft and loan? Where's overdraft and what's loan?
Loan is borrow some money to pay back some interest.
Okay, I will give. Okay, what is short term? What is shorter term? Overdraft or loan? Shorter. Tell me, Michael, don't do it. Shorter term. A loan is a shorter term to be paid off, to pay back, or overdraft. What is paid back earlier? You don't know what is overdraft, right? You? Nobody knows. These guys goes to the exam. This is the important things you have to know. When you make a scheme, you have to understand this and this. So you make a cute view, but this is keywords, current account, deposits, what's different between one and the other. What is loan and what is overdraft? If you don't understand, you fail. But you need just a dictionary. Go to internet. Overdraft is when your bank allows you to go in red numbers. So when they give you a credit card, think overdraft, credit card. Okay, guys? Overdraft, credit card. It means your bank allows you. So if your salary every day is 20,000 bucks, but the bank give you a card, then you can go 25,000 down. So it means you can go 5,000 in red numbers. So you imagine you spend all your salary, you go out, you like to go out too much, you want to buy a new car, you want to buy a new TV, so then you go with a credit card, you go to the shop and they say, oh, and then you go rent numbers. It means you spend all your money and now you're borrowing money from the bank and the maximum per month is 5,000. Then you have to pay back later. Usually the interest rate is going to be higher here or here? Overdraft, right. In the short run, they will charge you higher interest rate. Because a loan, it's borrowing you money for the long term. So difference, you come to my bank, you want to buy a house, you want to open a business, or you want to go to Harvard and you need money, you need to pay the fee. It's going to be overdraft or loan, that. Daniel, what is that? Loan or overdraft? Loan? Why?
Loan is the money you borrow from.
It's money you borrow from the bank, but overdraft is the same. Money you borrow from the bank. What's the difference? Loan is the long run, long term. Okay, it's a big amount of money to make an investment. Okay, or to buy a house, to buy an asset. And overdraft is consumption. If you need to buy clothes, it's short term, short term. When it's short term, the interest rate is higher. When you get a big amount of money from the bank, the interest rate will be smaller, will be shorter, will be lower, because you can pay in the long run, and it's more profitable for the bank than it gives you. Because the bank knows that if it gives you a big amount of money, you will pay a big amount of interest. And bank never loses, because if you get money to buy a house and you cannot pay it back, the loan, the bank takes your house. The bank never loses. Or it will lose because maybe the value of the house go down. But come on guys, it's land. Maybe the price of your house go down now, the banks keep it, but in 10 years will go up, will rise up again. So, when the bank gives you money, don't think, oh, I shouldn't, pull back, because it's giving me money and maybe I'm not able to pay. The bank makes sure he can make sure that he won't lose. He will go with all your patrimony, all your inheritance, or maybe your parents' house. So if you cannot pay, they take your house. So for the bank, borrowing money is never bad. It's never a bad deal. Actually, the banks need this kind of activity in order to survive. Give money is not give. Lending money. Lending money is a very important activity. More money they lend, more money they get back. Overdraft, short term, is when the bank allows you to go below zero or go into red numbers when you use your credit card. That's overdraft. And it's usually a small amount of money. Other banks, at the beginning, the main functions of the bank will those two. As there is an increase of proliferation of commercial banks everywhere, there is more competition. Let's say that commercial banks is not government managed, it's individuals. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make questions. It's individuals running the commercial banks. Me, I open a bank. You open a bank. You want to lend money. You want to lend money. We are in competition. So how you attract customers? As the competition increases and everyone do the same, we need to diversify our activity. We need to do something else than just borrow and lending money. Because every one of us, we have a bank and we are doing the same. So we need to differentiate of our competition. Get a new market, a new kind of business. So then the banks start to see of this. Now banks, they give you traveler cheques. They give you benefits if you work with them. Or if you borrow or lend money, they can just say, okay, we give you 200 euros to subsidize your holidays in the Dominican Republic. Change currency. They make money changing currency. And this very important one and has increasingly developed in the last few years. Financial advisors. Now the banks, they don't just borrow and lend you money. Daniel, you have a business and you need advice about how you manage your business because you have no idea. Especially when it's accounting. Is this a good investment? Should I buy that machine? Should I buy that land? No. Should I hire more people? So then you go to the bank and you get a financial advisor. Private companies, they work with banks as financial advisors. They have financial. So this is how it's been the evolution of the banks. Okay?